Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the December Hella Handmade Creations. If you don't know what Hella Handmade Creations is, every month a bunch of different indie makers get together and they contribute one polish to the Hella Handmade site, and that site is live the 14th to the 21st of every month. So this one is actually live right now and it'll be available, all of these polishes, until the 21st. Some polishes are what we call capped, and that just means there's a certain number of those polishes available during the ordering window. Everything else is not capped, and you can order as many of those as you want while the site is still open for the month. These are not available on the maker's sites. They are only available on the Hella Handmade site and only during that ordering window. I just got everything done and said in one sitting, in one kind of breath and sentence. So if I'm missing anything else, check the description box and let's get started. So first up, every month Under A Hula Moon offers a free gift with purchase if you spend $75 or more, and their gift with purchase this month is the Cowabunga treatment for nails. I used this as a top coat over all of my swatches. It's a beautiful top coat. It did really work really well over glitters, over shimmers. It didn't dull anything. It didn't pull. A nice kind of thinner consistency that also hides most glitter textures. So I really liked this, and you do get this free with your purchase if you spend $75. Moving on to the actual polishes. Up first, from 1850, we have Ardently. This is described as a complex, shimmery multi-chrome that shifts primarily between pinks and oranges with golds and greens on the edges. There's also pink, purple, and gold micro glitters. This will be $12 and there is no cap. Formula on this was great. I got it completely opaque in 2 coats. I didn't have any kind of running, pulling, staining, unevenness, anything like that. Super shifty on the nails. You will want top coat. This does dry on the duller side, but nothing is going to dry textured or be hard to remove. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Ardently and a glossy top coat. Next up, from Knees Lacquer, we have You're Okay. This is described as a muted coral full of red to green shifty shimmer. This will be $12.50, and there's a cap of 100 bottles available. This is also beautifully shifty on the nails. I really like the kind of muted rose color that this base is. I think it's stunning. I think the shifty shimmer in here is gorgeous. I did 2 coats of this and I was happy with opacity. I probably would wear this in 3 though if I was wearing it out, just because I like for right now that kind of full look in a manicure. So I probably would wear this in 3. This does dry decently glossy on its own. I would recommend top coat just for longevity purposes, but it's not entirely necessary. Nothing in this is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of You're Okay and a glossy top coat. Up next, from Black Dahlia, we have Scary Monsters. This is described as a dusty matte lavender cream polish. This does say it offers full coverage in 1 coat. This will be $10.25 and there is no cap. This on the site does say 1 coater. I got it opaque in 2 thicker coats. Depending on your application, you might even need to go in for 3. It does have a good formula though, no running, pulling, or staining. This one does dry to a matte finish. If you don't love that, you can always use a matte top coat over it. I did show it both ways on my Instagram, so if you're interested, go check that out. But just a solid cream here, so obviously nothing is going to dry textured or be hard to remove. In my swatch photo, you'll see 2 coats of Scary Monsters and a glossy top coat. Next up, from Dany Vianna, we have Oompa Loompa. This is described as an orange to moss green polish with scattered hollow throughout. This will be $12 and there's a cap of 100 bottles available. I think this is a beautiful color. Mine doesn't transition to the kind of mossy green color that I see in other swatch photos. Mine kind of died in this tan state. I do wish that I had that mossy green. I think this would be absolutely stunning, but it did transition to the orange state for me just fine, no problem. Nice and holographic in the sun, smooth 2 coat formula to work with. No complaints on this one whatsoever. But when I get thermals that come from Brazil where it's really hot to Florida and there's no break on a temperature, it's just pretty good chance, like a 50-50 chance, that the thermals are going to die on me. So that is what happened with this one, but I still really think it's stunning. So I got full coverage in 2 coats. I would recommend top coat to keep your manicure lasting and to help that hollow stand out as much as possible, but nothing's going to dry textured or be hard to remove. So in my swatch photo, you'll see 2 coats of Oompa Loompa and a glossy top coat. So here we are again with Esmaltes da Kelly, and I never know how to present this, but we have Scarlet Macaw and Smooth Anil. You can get Scarlet Macaw by itself for $11.50 with 100 available, or you can get the 2 together for $22 with 100 available, but you can't get just the blue by itself. So starting with the actual glitter Scarlet Macaw, this is the last in her rainbow series, and it's described as a red jelly with holographic glitters in various sizes of gold, orange, red, and black. And then Smooth Anvil is, it says it serves to create a layer on the glitter to decrease the texture, preventing the glitter from absorbing the top coat. So how I showed this was I did 3 coats of Scarlet Macaw, I did 3 coats of Smooth Anil, I did 1 coat of Scarlet Macaw over Smooth Anil, and then I did use this as a jelly sandwich. My preferred way of using the 2 together was using Scarlet Macaw over Smooth Anil. I think it created this nice, beautiful, vampy manicure. I think it was just a stunning thing. I think it was probably one of my favorite things that I swatched of this month for Hella Handmades. So I really, really liked the combination. You are going to want top coat over whatever this does dry with some serious texture, which I guess is what the blue was supposed to be preventing, but I didn't even do it that way because I had no idea that's what we were supposed to be doing. So I would recommend using a top coat to hide the texture, and removal will be difficult. So in my swatch photo, you'll see 3 coats of each of these, a jelly sandwich with the 2 of these, and Scarlet Macaw over Smooth Anil as a topper, all with glossy top coat. Up next from Heather's Hues, we have Yeah, I Think I Made the Right Choice. This is described as a seafoam green crelly full of pink to gold to green shifty shimmer and kissed with rose metallic micro flakes and hollow flakes. This will be $12.50, and there's a cap of 100 bottles available. I do really enjoy a good seafoam green. This one had a great formula. It took 2 coats to build up to opacity. I had no running, pooling, or staining. Very shimmery on the nails, very beautiful look, a nice kind of beachy shade. You are going to want top coat to finish this off. It does dry on the dull side, but nothing dries textured and nothing is hard to remove. So in my swatch photo, you'll see 2 coats of Yeah, I Think I Made the Right Choice and a glossy top coat. Next up from Indie by Patty Lopes, we have Just Us. Can't read. This is inspired by Bates Motel, and it's described as a dark red jelly base with a mix of glitter and flakies. This will be $12, and there's a cap of 100 bottles available. I love a good red jelly. This is nice and squishy, nice and dimensional on the nail. Very beautiful buildup. I did do 3 coats of this to build it up to full opacity. I wanted the maximum glitter payoff that I could get. You are going to want top coat to finish this off. It does dry pretty textured, and removal will take some scrubbing. So in my swatch photo, you'll see 3 coats of Just Us and a glossy top coat. Up next from MDJ Creations, we have Warrior Princess. This is described as a passionate red base with red hollow glitter that resembles Strengthen Us, multi-chrome metallic gold, silver, bronze flakies, and a hollow rainbow and sparkle. This will be $12, and there's a cap of 50 bottles available. This did have an excellent formula, not too thick or too thin, very smooth and easy to apply. I got full opacity on this in 2 coats. Depending on your application, you might want to go in for 3. This is nice and holographic. I wasn't able to get any of these extra large red glitters out, but if you fish around for them, I'm sure you would be able to. You are going to want top coat to finish this off. It does dry dull, it does dry textured, and removal is a little bit difficult. So in my swatch photo, you'll see 2 coats of Warrior Princess and a glossy top coat. Up next from Nailed It, we have We're All Mad Here. This is the last in their Tim Burton series, and it's described as a sapphire blue base with a subtle green to blue shifting magnetic pigment, hollow micro flakes. This will be $12.50, and there's a cap of 200 bottles available. This is beautiful. I think this is a stunning manicure. I think this represents Alice in Wonderland wonderfully. Tim Burton would be proud of this. I got complete opacity in 2 coats and then magnetized. If you're super picky, you might want to go in for 3 in the magnetized, but this is a pretty pigmented magnetic polish. This does dry on the dull side, so I would recommend top coat, but nothing is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove. So my swatch photo, you'll see 2 coats of We're All Mad here in a glossy top coat. Up next from Night Owl Lacquer, we have Princess Zelda. This is described as a white crelly with a copper shimmer, copper and aqua glass flecks, and lots of copper, gold, green, crystal chameleon flakes. This is inspired by the Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It'll be $12.80 and there is no cap. Formula for this was a little bit on the thicker side. It wasn't super difficult to work with or anything, but I would recommend trying to work in thinner coats and build it up to opacity in 3. Otherwise it can get a little bit thick on the nail and not dry super evenly. You are also going to want top coat to finish this off. It does dry a little bit dull, but nothing is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove. Theoretically, you could probably also use this one as a topper. But it does remind me of winter, a nice snowy kind of look on the nail. So my swatch photo, you'll see 3 coats of Princess Zelda and a glossy top coat. Up next from my brand Pampered Polishes, we have I'm a Knitter Not a Quitter. This is described as a sheer yet buildable swampy green with a purple to copper to green aurora shimmer. This is inspired by Bob's Burgers. It'll be $13 and there is no cap. I think the formula on this is good. I did want this to be kind of a swampy look on the nail, something that represents Mr. Frawn in a way. I do think the shifty shimmer in here is beautiful. I think the base color in this is beautiful. I think the formula is easy to work with. I did 3 coats to build it up to opacity. It dries decently glossy all on its own. I would recommend top coat for longevity purposes, but nothing's going to dry textured or be difficult to remove. So my swatch photo, you're going to see 3 coats of I'm a Knitter, Not a Quitter, and a glossy top coat. Up next from Penelope Loves, we have Lady of the Lake. This is inspired by King Arthur and it's described as a turquoise crelly with iridescent and ultra chrome chameleon flakies as well as little glitters. This will be $13 and there's a cap of 200 bottles available. Formula on this was good, not too thick or too thin, and considering how much is happening in this bottle, that is on the surprising side for me. I did expect this one to be a little bit thicker, but it's very smooth to apply. I did 3 coats to build this up to opacity. It is more of a jelly on the side of crelly on the spectrum. It does lean more towards the jelly side, but once it's built up, everything does look like it's in water, like it's in a lake. I think it's a gorgeous representative polish. Like I said, I did 3 coats to build this one up to opacity. You are going to want top coat. It is going to dry textured and removal will be difficult. So my swatch photo, you'll see 3 coats of Lady of the Lake and a glossy top coat. Up next from Red Eye Lacquer, we have Run Faster and Jump Higher. This is described as a black jelly with silver, red, blue, green, ultra chrome chameleon flakies and color shifting flakies, and this is inspired by Sandlot. This will be $12.50 and there's a cap of 100 bottles available. Formula on this was good. It is a very sheer black. I did 3 coats of this and I wasn't able to achieve 100% opacity, so you might want to go for 4 coats if you get this. You could also layer it over a black to get the almost same effect. You're going to miss the dimensional effects that building it up would bring, but if you maybe did 1 coat black and then 2 of this, you could get a similar effect in 3 coats, but I wasn't able to get full opacity in 3. You are going to want top coat to finish this off. It does dry a little bit dull and textured and removal is easy. So in my swatch photo, you'll see 3 coats of Run Faster and Jump Higher in a glossy top coat. Up next from Rogue Lacquer, we have the Palace. This is described as a rich maroon crelly with crusted gold and micro hollow flakes. This is inspired by London. It'll be $12 and there is no cap. For the usual of Rogue Lacquer, this has a wonderful, easy to work with formula. No running, pooling, staining, complete opacity in 2 coats. Everything spreads out nice and evenly and easily. I didn't have staining with this, like I said, but it is a very pigmented red and I did only wear it for the swatch. So I would recommend using a base coat just in case. You are going to want top coat too. It does dry on the dull side and removal on this one is easy. So in my swatch photo, you'll see 2 coats of the Palace and a glossy top coat. Up next from Sassy Pants Polish, we have Magical Utopia. This is inspired by the Magicians, and it is the final one in this series, and it's described as an ultra holographic silver base with holographic emerald green and turquoise glitters finished with a blue shimmer. This will be $12, and there's a cap of 150 bottles available. So once again, we have a holographic base from Sassy Pants Polish with a different kind of glitter mixed into it. I think they're beautiful, but I don't think I need personally 12 of them. Formula is good though. They do have the formula down. I got complete opacity in 2 coats. You are going to want top coat to smooth this out. It is going to dry textured and removal will be difficult. So my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Magical Utopia and a glossy top coat. Up next from Swamp Gloss, we have the Bubble. This is inspired by Nebulas, and it's described as a darkened red jelly with iridescent flakies and hollow sparkle. This will be $13, and there's a cap of 100 bottles available. So this is another black jelly. It is going to be on the sheer side. I did get full opacity for this one solidly in 3 coats. I didn't have any running, pulling, or staining. The flakes come out easily and in abundance, and they are easy to spread out across the nail. You are going to want top coat to smooth everything out and give it a nice final shine, and removal on this one will be easy. So in my swatch photo, you'll see 3 coats of the Bubble and a glossy top coat. Up next from Turtle Tootsies, we have Pink Macaroons. This is the final polish in their Comfort Food series, and it's described as a yummy pale pink hollow polish with micro glitter and golden sparkles. This will be $11.50, and there's a cap of 150 bottles available. This is a dainty polish. It is a little bit on the sheer side. I did get full opacity in 3 coats, but I think this is so cute. I think this is like a fun, delicate, dainty manicure. I would wear this on my toes. I would wear this on my hands year round. I would put this on Jocelyn. I think it's just adorable. You are going to want top coat. It does dry slightly textured, and removal will take a little bit of scrubbing. So my swatch photo, you're going to see 3 coats of Pink Macaroons and a glossy top coat. On to my absolute favorite thing of this month is the Under A Hula Moon wax melts in the scent Rose Apothecary. This is described as having a sophisticated floral woody blend with a crisp, cool spiciness. It does say there are notes of masculine, cardamom, black pepper, jasmine, and sandalwood. This will be $4.50, and there is no cap. I love this scent. This is hands down probably my favorite scent that I've gotten so far from Under A Hula Moon. I'm definitely going to pick up a couple more of these. This is a wonderful, wonderful scent, and I want my entire household to smell like it for the next 12 months at least. Under A Hula Moon does make some of my favorite wax melts in general. I burn them all the time. I smell them for a long time. They have a good throw, they have a good last, and they are nice and strong. So I have 0 complaints about this one. Hands down my favorite scent that I've gotten from them so far, and I think everybody really, really needs this one. It does have, like the description said, a nice woodsy scent, but also like a masculine, but like undertones of a floral, so like you're getting everything that's good in one scent. So that is the Under A Hula Moon wax melts in the scent Rose Apothecary. And lastly for today, from Vanessa Molina, we have Rarity. This is inspired by My Little Pony Equestria Girls, and it's described as a purple jelly base with a mix of iridescent flakes, a mix of turquoise holographic glitter. This will be $13, and there's a cap of 100 bottles available. Formula on this was good, not too thick or too thin. It is a jelly, so it is going to take some building up. I did do 3 coats of this to build it up to opacity. I did personally want to manipulate some of this glitter to get them exactly where I wanted them to go. You might not be as picky as me, so you might not have that issue. I wouldn't even really call it an issue, just an expectation generally of these kind of polishes. You are going to also want top coat to finish this off. It is going to dry textured, and removal is going to take a little bit of scrubbing. So my swatch photo, you're going to see 3 coats of Rarity and a glossy top coat. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know what you plan on picking up from this month's Hella Handmade Creations. Let me know what your favorites were from today's selections on my video. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye.